What if half your stress comes from trying to steer the weather? Would you stop wrestling storms and start steering yourself? Freedom begins when you sort life into two piles, not good and bad, not fair and unfair, only controllable and not. That's the quiet shock. Most anxiety sits in the wrong pile, disguised as responsibility. You feel noble while draining yourself. Normalize the pattern. A headline lands, a coworker delays a file. Your brain leaps into prediction, blame, and self-defense. The sequence is consistent. Contact, story, surge, spill. Nothing is wrong with you. Your attention is untrained. We retrain it with one Stoic tool used by soldiers, athletes, and surgeons: the split sheet. The split sheet is simple paper with strict honesty. Draw a vertical line. On the left, write mine. On the right, write not mine. Fill each side with verbs, not hopes. Left examples: breathe, ask, plan, write, design, practice, protect, clarify, rest. Right examples: opinions, past, weather, timelines you don't own, algorithms, other people's roles. When in doubt, ask, can I move this with a concrete action in the next hour? If no, it goes right. If yes, left. Now the drill. Step 1, stand, plant your feet. 1 slow inhale through your nose for 4, longer exhale for 6. Step 2, fill the left side with 3 controllable moves for the next hour. Be specific. Rewrite the hook. Schedule the client call. Prepare 2 questions for the meeting. Step 3, choose 1 left side move and start a 3-minute slice. Action breaks rumination because the brain prefers direction to certainty. Micro story. You're waiting for a reply that decides you're weak. Your muscles tighten. You start composing angry drafts. Stop. Split sheet. Left. Review deck for clarity. Draft a friendly nudge. Walk 5 minutes to reset. Right. Their mood, their manager, email server. You circle the nudge. You write, hey Sam, confirming the file. If you're blocked, name the blocker and I'll help clear it. Your body cools because you return to where your hands reach. Behavioral science echoes the ancients. Writing separates reactive thought from executive intention. Labeling controllable steps recruits prefrontal networks that calm the limbic surge. In plain words, lists lower heat. The Stoics named it ruling faculty. Modern labs call it cognitive control. You don't need the terms, you need the move. Micro move, under 3 minutes. Grab a receipt, notebook, or phone note. Draw the line. List 3 items under mine for the next 60 minutes. Choose 1. Set a timer for 3 minutes. Begin. When the bell hits, decide again. If the world interrupts, the sheet remains your anchor. You can always return to the left side. Close the part with a calm cadence. What you cannot move, you release. What you can move, you move now. The rest may matter, but it isn't yours to steer today. Letting go isn't passive, it's tactical. You stop wasting reaction on weather so you can direct force where it counts. The common trap is sequence failure. You respond before you understand. We fix the order with a single Stoic tool, the 3D sequence: delay, define, do. First, delay. 10 seconds is enough to save 10 hours. Plant your feet, drop your shoulders. Inhale 4, exhale 6. Physiology shapes psychology. A slower exhale cues the body to stand down. You're giving your mind time to choose rather than chase. Next, define. Separate event from interpretation with the Stoic Ladder. Fact, reframe, action. Facts are camera ready. They said, we needed this yesterday. Reframe is the trained question. What else could this mean? Maybe pressure upstream, maybe a missed dependency, maybe bad phrasing. You are not excusing, you are widening the map. Action comes last, and it is small, useful, and within your lane. Finally, do. Choose one behavior that moves work forward or protects a boundary. Ask one clarifying question, offer one time-bound fix. State one calm line that keeps the conversation on task. Short words, low voice, human pace. You're not winning theatre, you're preserving traction. Microstory, 9:12 a.m. stand-up. You speak for 12 seconds before your manager cuts in. We needed this yesterday. Heat sprints up your neck. Delay. Feet, breath, jaw. Define. Factone sentence. Frustrated tone. Story, I'm failing flagged and dropped. Do. Understood. Which dependency blocked you most? I can push a patch by 2. Later, you send a 4-line note with the timeline, the patch, and one request for earlier visibility next sprint. You did not swallow disrespect. You redirected it into clarity and procedure. The room remembers the shape you kept. Another scene. Group chat spirals into blame. Someone tags you with a snide remark. Delay. You stand, sip water, view from above for one breath. Define. Fact tag plus remark. Reframe stress storm, not truth. Do. Post one diagram that shows the flow, then write, I'll take step A by noon. Can B owner confirm input by 3? You convert heat to handles. Micro move, under 3 minutes. Practice the do lines out loud once so your tongue recognizes them later. Help me understand the constraint. Let's focus on the fix. I'll answer after I read. I'm available at 3. Record yourself once. Calm, rehearsed, becomes calm, available. Close with a steady beat. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to define before you decide. You are allowed to act small and exact. This is not weakness, it is aim. Systems keep freedom alive when moods forget. The Stoics built rituals that shrink the uncontrollable to proper size. We'll use a compact pair gates and bells plus an inner scorecard that turns values into behaviors. Evening gate, 8 minutes. Sit with a dim light. Write 3 lines on one card. 1. What I did well today. 2. What I will do differently. 3. First action, tomorrow. Be specific and brief. Asked one clarifying question. Paused before replying. Draft email outline at 8:30. Place the card where morning eyes will see it. On the keyboard, taped to the door, or scheduled as a calendar note. Then wash your hands with cool water for 10 seconds. Say softly, I release what is not mine. You're teaching your nervous system that the day ends by your decision, not by exhaustion. Morning bell, 12 minutes. Stand tall. Breathe 4 in, 6 out for 3 cycles. Read the card. Journal 1 sentence. Today, my control is, choose one person to serve with a useful act. Start a 3-minute launch. Open the doc, title the slide, list 2 questions, send the first nudge. The first move is a promise to your brain. It quiets the hunt for perfect conditions. Inner scorecard, silent but firm. Choose 3 principles for the week. Patience, clarity, steadiness. Give each a proof behavior. Patience, respond after 1 breath. Clarity, ask 1 neutral question before asserting. Steadiness, low voice. Human pace, tall posture. Tuck the proofs into your pocket as a note or phone lock screen. When storms arrive, you don't argue with weather. You execute your proofs. Micro story. You close the laptop after a messy day. The card reads, good. Redirected blame to plan. Different. Earlier check-in with design. First, 8:30 outline. You place the card on the keyboard. Hands under cool water. 10 seconds. Shoulders loosen. Morning. You breathe, you read, you write 1 sentence. A ping appears. You glance but continue the sentence. Once finished, you answer with a calm boundary. I'll review at 9. You did not conquer the world. You kept your lane and set your pace. That's the architecture of freedom. Micro move under 3 minutes. Write 1 boundary you'll use this week and memorize it. Options. I'll discuss this after I read. Let's schedule this. I don't debate by text. Speak it once at normal volume. Feel the words land. When needed, you won't search. You'll retrieve. Close with clean cadence. You can't command weather, markets, or traffic. You can command breath, words, posture, and the next small step. Build the gate. Ring the bell. Carry your scorecard. Let the rest remain outside the walls of your inner citadel.